The distribution of the education cash grant has really brought home how difficult it has been for parents during this COVID-19 pandemic. Many of them face other challenges as well. So receiving the cash grant has been an emotional experience for some. On July 22, 2012, Rohani Tejwanti was murdered by her husband, who later took his own life. They left behind a 5-year-old son who is now cared for by his grandmother. She works as a neighborhood police to make ends meet. Asked what the cash grant means for her, she broke down in tears.
My grandchild don't have nobody, just me. It's a wonderful thing for me because I just glad with the help for him because I cannot afford a computer to give him. And he's grade 8, grade 9 child. He's 14-year-old. At one time in the previous government, they used to give public assistance and just like that, I cut it off and give you no help, no way. Both parents died. The 22nd of this month will be 9 years for him. Yes, it's hard, so I'm glad that I get a little help.
The story repeated itself over and over as the cash grant began to be distributed on the Essequibo Coast, where $225 million will be distributed in 3 days. Donna Ramasindo searched out Minister of Education Priya Manikchan to express her appreciation for the initiative.
I'm very, very thankful.
Yeah.
Because I have 4 kids in the school system.
From what age?
The eldest one is grade 4 and a bit.
Yeah. Don't be nervous.
And then I have 2 at CV News Primary. There's age 10 and age 8.
Right.
And then 1 at level 2.
So you were getting 76 today,
Yes,
and
thank
I know 76 is nowhere near what you need, but it's 76
it's a great
more
help.
than you have. Exactly.
It's a huge
Yeah.
huge help for me.
Yeah, I'm
Can't
really.
tell you how grateful I am.
Yeah.
What this government is doing is, I'm beyond words today.
Yeah. Well, I'm really glad that we were
Thank
able
you so much, and you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Ramasinda said the cash grant will help her to buy a computer and printer for her children to use for their schoolwork. While it is an education cash grant, the government is not dictating to parents what they should do with the money. This was Minister Manikchan's response when she was asked what she hopes parents will do with the money.
Anything that could serve their children, and that is so wide, Neil. There's so many different needs that families have that could serve children. Right here on the Essequibo Coast, the Learning Channel was down for 2 years prior to us returning to office. 2 years. We have now refashioned that channel so that it's now a lessons channel, it's now an instruction channel, it now has so much work on it that if a family here chooses to buy a television set, that would be in service to their children. If a family chooses to buy for each child a tablet and keep the change for something else, that's in service to their children. If a family chooses to invest in internet in their homes, that's a service for their children. Family chooses to build another bedroom because it makes everybody else comfortable in the house, that would be in service to their children.
At least to buy things for the children. Yes, because school will open, you have to buy things for your children. Yes, because school time, some parents find it hard, they can't afford. And at least you get it now, at least it's going to help out. Left up to you now, if you don't want to buy ration. Oh God! No, but at least I know I would buy things for my children.
Teachers are integrally involved in the distribution of the cash grant, and they are doing so without complaint.
I said to them, we are a tower of strength. And we know the benefit of this because we care grant. Many parents will be leaving here today with a big smile on their face. Because some of them maybe don't have anything to eat. As we heard from Minister this morning, they can do so many things for their children out of this grant that they're receiving. And so the teachers are in full support. As you can see right here at Cottonfield, all the teachers are here. They're assigned to the various rooms and they're doing what they have to do. I'm very grateful for those teachers. So far, I have no problem with our teachers.
One of those teachers is Rowena Valenzuela, the head teacher of the Cottonfield Secondary School. We found her with teachers making sure all the details were in order.
They're all out. Those that I asked to come out, they're all out. And I didn't ask everybody to come out because of the COVID situation. I'm trying to minimize and work as closely as possible with a team that I can manage.
Ms. Valenzuela explained why the cash grant program matters for the students who attend her school.
Oh, wow. It means a lot to them because I have children here from we would say abject poverty. They're coming out from homes where there is abject poverty, and this is going to be a real boost for them.
The distribution of cash grants to public school students across the country began with the PPP just before they were voted out of office in 2015. In their re-election bid in 2020, they went on the political platform and promised that they would reinstate this cash grant program. So for the PPP, this is not just about meeting the needs of parents who have especially been hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic. It is also a political move. The PPP is serious about delivering on its promise. And so for the start of the distribution of the cash grant program on the Essequibo Coast, there were 3 ministers on the ground to make sure that parents understood that, as the name of the program suggests, they care.
When we came up with the promises we made in the manifesto, we didn't just sit down in a room and come up with it. We consulted widely across this country and heard what people wanted. And that's what informed our promises. So when you see people being very pleased, very happy, it's because this is what they need. They're getting it.
At the Aurora Primary School, serving the catchment area of Good Hope Pomona on the Essequibo Coast, 1,000 students are eligible to receive the cash grant. Here, this mother checks to ensure she has the correct amount when the distribution began. On the ground was Minister of Local Government and Regional Development, Nigel Dharamlal.
Based on the feedback so far, parents have indicated to us that they were looking out for it. We are operating in a COVID environment where the impact of COVID has had debilitating effects on the regional economy. Jobs have been affected, money is not circulating. So 225 million into small villages is a great philosophy, and this is how our government works. We put money into villages, and that money revolves, and that is how villages grow.
The cash grant will be distributed across Region 2 until Friday. Apart from the Essequibo Coast, distribution teams will be in the lakes and in all 9 communities of indigenous peoples and the Pomeroon River. In total, $3.2 billion will be distributed across the country in the coming weeks. Reporting for the newsroom, Neil Marks.